Media technologies are softwares which I have used to produce and display my work from this year. During the research and planning stage, I used the following media technologies: SurveyMonkey, a camera, Serif Movie Plus, YouTube, Weebly, SlideShare, and Word. In order to obtain feedback from my audience on what would make a successful music video, I created a questionnaire for my audience to fill in. This allowed me to find out my audience's needs within a music video and what their preferences are. I used a website called SurveyMonkey to create this survey. This was very beneficial because it allowed me to easily create questions and share them online. After the questions had been answered, I could then see a graph which allowed me to find out the data which I had obtained and analyse it. Overall, SurveyMonkey was an easy and important site to use, and I would use it again. I also used a camera for 2 pieces of research and planning. For example, I used a camera to record a Vine and animatic. The camera I used was a Sony Handycam. I recorded a permission Vine to represent myself asking for permission to use the song for my music video. This ensures that I have permission and there are no copyright issues with me using the song. I also used the camera for an animatic so that I could clearly plan out my music video and have a clear idea of what I intended to include in my music video. Furthermore, I also used Serif Movie Plus to edit the Vine which I had recorded. When editing the footage, I had to cut the clips and piece them together to ensure that the Vine was 7 seconds long. Once the clips had been fully edited, I uploaded the Vine onto YouTube. YouTube was a good piece of technology to use because it's quick to upload videos and they can be embedded upon websites like Weebly. I use the internet to conduct research for my research and planning. I often use SlideShare to find out information about specific subjects. I also use the internet for Weebly, which I'd use to upload all of my work. As previously mentioned, I use Weebly to upload all of the work I had completed throughout the year. Weebly is a site which allows you to produce and edit your own website. This was crucial for me because I had to upload all of the work obtained from the construction and research and planning stage and highlight the progress which I have made this year. Weebly allowed me to build pages and apply text, Word documents, images, and embed codes, which were all necessary for me to produce an effective website. Being able to add documents was extremely beneficial because it meant that I could upload the work I had produced on Word during the research and planning stage. But overall, I would definitely use Weebly again. For my actors, costumes and locations piece of work, I used SlideShare to present my work. This was beneficial because it allowed me to focus upon a certain actor, location or costume and ensure that my work was coherent. SlideShare also provided me with the opportunity to present my work easily, as it could be embedded on my work and allows the audience to choose and preview which slide they would like to watch. Furthermore, it was easy to navigate through the content. Finally, for the majority of the work I have created throughout this year, I have used Word to present it. I use Word because it's simple to use and allows me to present my work in a professional manner. I produced the following work on Word: types of music videos, history of music videos, similar product review, age regulations, code and conventions research, lyric analysis, shot list, shooting schedule, and 3 reviews. Furthermore, it was easy to navigate through the content. Finally, for the majority of the work I have created throughout this year, I have used Word to present it. I use Word because it's simple to use and allows me to present my work in a professional manner. I produced the following work on Word: types of music videos, history of music videos, similar product review, age regulations, code and conventions research, lyric analysis, shot list, shooting schedule, and 3 reviews. The construction stage of my media product was producing and editing a music video. During the construction stage, I used the following media technologies to produce the music video: an iPhone, a Sony Handycam, Premiere Pro, Photoshop, YouTube, and Weebly. During the early stages of recording my media product, I filmed most of the shots using a Sony Handycam, which I had learned from school. The camera which I used was a Sony Handycam. Some benefits of this camera were that it has a zoom in and out function, it could record audio, and has a stabilizer feature. This camera was usable, however, the shots appeared quite blurry and were of poor quality. and because of this I made the decision to change the camera in order to improve the quality of the video. I believe the camera was blurry and of poor quality because it was released a while ago, and since then technology has improved, meaning that the quality of cameras has become a lot better. One issue which occurred whilst filming was that the lighting was quite dark, and the poor quality of camera made it this difficult to capture what was occurring in the shots whilst it was dark. Furthermore, sometimes the camera failed to focus on the lead in a few shots. This made it difficult to see the artist performing the song and what was actually happening in certain shots. After it became apparent that the original camera was not of a very good standard, I made the decision to film the rest of the music video using my iPhone. I used a modern iPhone, and this proved to be a good decision because the camera on this smartphone was of very good quality. The shots were clear and of good quality, and this was a decision which I had no regrets about. Furthermore, I also used the iPhone camera for the images which can be seen upon my ancillary text. Again, this proved to be a good decision because the images were very clear. When producing an opening sequence in AS, I had used Serif Movie Plus to edit my work. I had become familiar and confident when using this software, so I originally tried to use Serif Movie Plus during the post-production stage of my music video. However, it was extremely difficult to match the footage up in time with the song lyrics, and it appeared very out of sync. Because of this, I decided to switch to a more suitable editing software, Premiere Pro. Whilst using Premiere Pro, I edited numerous clips which I had recorded by cutting clips to make them shorter and create fast cuts. Adding a fade effect to my work. I added a fade so that my music video could fade in and out of time to the beat and at the end of the music video. This software allowed me to zoom in on the shots and match them up perfectly by the second to the audio. This was extremely important for me as it meant that I could edit my work perfectly so that the clips were in time to the audio. Furthermore, it was also easy to cut down clips using the razor tool on the side. I also had the option to apply filters and text to my work. Overall, using Premiere Pro was extremely important to create a coherent piece of work. I thoroughly enjoyed using this software to produce the music video. After creating my music video, I had to find a platform to upload it to in order to share it and place it on my blog. I decided to use YouTube, which is a free and extremely popular website which is used to share videos. Billions of people use YouTube, so it is an effective platform to use as it meant that there is an endless amount of potential for my music video to become successful. Furthermore, most artists upload their music video to YouTube so that they can gain views and help their chart position climb. Due to these factors, I uploaded my music video to YouTube. This was beneficial as it meant I could obtain an embed code from the YouTube video and place the music video upon my Weebly. As well as creating a music video, I also produced ancillary texts for my music video. These texts were a digipack and magazine advert. The purpose of the digipack was so that the album had an album format and to promote the artist, whilst the magazine advert was produced to advertise the album. I used Photoshop in order to create these texts. Photoshop is an editing software which allows you to edit pictures. This was a good software to use because it allowed me to apply a black and white filter to specific parts of the digipack, and also text which was necessary for my work. For my magazine advert, I used Photoshop to add text to the image which I used on my digipack. I used the text to highlight that the band Milburn have a new album coming out. I used Photoshop for my digipack and edited numerous images which represent my artist, and adding a black and white filter to each image whilst colouring them in to create a pop art theme. Photoshop was necessary to produce these ancillary texts, and I would definitely use it again. Photoshop has also allowed me to render the products in high quality, and this helped improve the overall quality of the product. After constructing all of my work, I used Weebly to upload it all. Weebly is a site which allows you to produce and edit your own website. This was crucial for me because I had to upload all of the work obtained from the construction and research and planning stage, and highlight the progress which I have made this year. Weebly allowed me to build pages and apply text, Word documents, images, and embed codes, which were all necessary for me to produce an effective website. Overall, I would definitely use Weebly again. Weebly was also beneficial as it helped portray my journey through this year and represent the progress which I have made. In my evaluation, I used the following technologies: SlideShare, an Apple iPhone 6, YouTube, Facebook, Google Forms and emails. I use SlideShare to present my work. SlideShare provided me with the opportunity to present my work easily, as it could be embedded easily on my Weebly and allows the audience to choose and preview which slide they would like to watch. I decided to use SlideShare because it is easy to navigate through the content and it is simple to use. I used an iPhone 6 to record videos from people providing me with feedback on my product to analyse in my evaluation. This was a good piece of technology to use because the camera quality was excellent and it also allowed me to record audio as well as video, which was what I required for my feedback. After recording the videos, I uploaded them to YouTube in order to embed the videos within my Weebly. Using YouTube was very beneficial as it was quick to upload and provided me with the option to embed the feedback on my Weebly. I use YouTube because it is free to the public, whereas some similar sites can charge you to use them. Furthermore, my target audience also use YouTube, so this means that they can find out about the feedback or even upload their own feedback. I use Facebook in my evaluation in order to obtain feedback for question 3. I use Facebook to upload my music video, digipack and magazine advert to ask my audience for feedback on my media products. This was a beneficial piece of technology to use because it allowed me to share this with friends and receive numerous comments from friends to see what they thought of my media products. Facebook was good to use because posts can be shared easily amongst other people's friends, which meant that you can obtain more feedback. Furthermore, it is very simple to add comments, and this means people are more likely to comment upon it as it's not very time consuming. In order to gain more feedback for my question 3 feedback analysis, I used Google Forms to create a questionnaire for my audience to answer about my ancillary text and music video. This was a very beneficial piece of technology for numerous reasons. For example, it allowed me to add images which were very beneficial because it meant that my audience could see my media products, so they have an opinion on them. Secondly, I also had the option to select what type of response I would like, so this helped me ensure that there were no irrelevant answers which were too long. Finally, I could analyse my results in a graph which clearly highlights the outcome of the question. The final piece of technology which I used for my evaluation was eMaze. eMaze is a way to present your work online similar to PowerPoint, however, you can apply more styles and themes to the work to make it more engaging. This was a good piece of technology to use because it allows the audience to feel more engaged as they are essentially exploring my piece of work. eMaze was a good piece of technology because it is simple to navigate through and because you only have to click to move on to the next piece of content, and it was very easy to display the content.